And we're back with the finale of Suburban Nights.
Part 7. Okay, that gag's getting old.
Nonsense, it never gets old to do with the Plinkett voice. Yeah, this isn't gonna work for us. We need to leave.
If we're the best, or the Channel Awesome folks, they're the best that can stop the world from ending. Yeah, that's sad.
God, we are so screwed.
Yep.
This is a great effect shot right here.
Yeah.
Really builds the menace. Was great for the trailer too. Mm-hmm. But just like, oh, sweet merciful crap, we are screwed.
Yeah, we're boned. We're screwed McDuck.
Malachite, the evil one.
Kill him. Okay, so we have to tell this story.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, when I was getting hit there, that was the first take we took where he kind of kicked my... The idea was that he would stomp the side of my knee, I would fall to my... I would fall down and then he would punch me in the face. Well, that first take he just kind of, looked like he kicked me, and so we reshot it. And the second take we took, where he actually stomped my leg, he literally did a downward stomp that landed squarely on my knee, so the full force of it went there. And I think the reason they didn't use it, because everybody was kind of going, oh, afterwards, and I was literally limping after that for almost a day.
And he was very apologetic about it.
Of course, it was a complete accident, and it wasn't intentional, but... that was like my last scene. I was inside after that, laying down because and putting ice on my knee, because it wasn't nearly as bad. In Kick-Assia, you see how Rob fell and he really like messed his knee up, but it wasn't nearly that bad. But it still hurt to walk on. And I'm sorry, maybe it's the childish humor in this part, but.
The crotch hitting.
The crotch hitting is just so damn funny to me. It takes...
I think what makes it so funny is that he does it over and over and over.
It's hard, especially if that you don't beat a joke to death into the ground, but... I just love... Whack! 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 Whack!
It's like Malachite's been waiting so long for this, he's just having fun. Oh no! Oh, wrong! Ow! Oh.
Pause, and then another one. Yep.
And fall down.
Yeah. So, I think this was we did the final battle, and then the last bit of the cloak stuff the next day, and that was when we were running across the field, and I was kind of hobbling for a little while there. Consequently, too, in that first battle in the field with the children's toys, equipment or whatever, we had Popeyes for lunch. I do recall that, and I didn't have to go get it.
I don't remember if he had changed the line in the script or not, but whatever it was, this was indeed a better line, good, bad, on the guy with the magic gun. Army of Darkness callback, which is another fantasy movie. We didn't use that one very often. My name is Amigo Toyota! I think
she just looks at him like...
I think that was ad-libbed, too.
Yep.
The Amigo Toyota thing was completely ad-libbed.
Love Lupa's face. Like, argh! Lupa does some great mugging in her videos. Her surprised look, where she just kind of makes like an O with her mouth, like, oh! Yeah, that's... I've never seen that done without cracking up. And he just, well, I tried. Way to go, Spoonie.
Malachite's just so disgusted by, like, dude, you suck so much.
Think this is your plan?
Okay, no, I'm gonna...
Crotch. I'm sorry, that is so stupid, but so funny.
Malachite read himself and I think, yeah, that's all I got. I know, this is such a serious scene because we're getting our asses kicked, but man, it's just filled with laughs.
I think Nostalgia Critic mentioned that, like, if you notice, you'll see, Justin, the thrusting there. Come on.
How can you say this bit gets old?
Her and Justin, kind of holding each other and kind of like, oh no, like they kind of hook up supposedly. I always kind of got that a little bit from her and Benzai's character, because the two of them are always kind of next to each other, and I think she did actually have a video where the two of, like, Arwen and Crom, or Conan go on a date or something at Denny's. I don't know if that actually got released, but
Might be a DVD extra.
Right.
Can't wait for the DVD. All the extra stuff that we did. How many takes did they do of Nella? I can't remember.
I don't remember, but
that's right. You were inside at the time.
The mincing that she was doing there, I heard was a little difficult because of that train. I know she wanted to kind of dance a little bit more. Oh, Nella. You're so excited just to get hit in the face.
And see, Nella's dress, of course, looked completely cheap and different from the wedding dress, but in these shots, I can't tell.
Like, ugh.
I completely cannot tell that it's a different kind of outfit.
But, yeah, I love the cheesy music there. Oh, my. Yeah, Orlando, I think, is actually a black belt. There he is, and just, oh, screw this noise, I'm going home.
No, I think Shiva will get over it. We were all laughing our asses off at every time he did the Shiva stuff.
Crack! You gotta imagine how his testicles would just be butter by that point, if that was actually happening.
Now, of course, people were wondering about the cell phone thing, that it kind of cut away from his menace. I posted this theory on Spoonie's forum about this, that as much as he wants to deny the greatness of technology and how it's helped people, he's been living for, what, 2,000 years now? He's had to have lived in a technological world. And as a result, this is showing the hypocrisy of his neo-Luddite philosophy. Mm-hmm. That simply you can't... it's just too difficult to live in this world without some form of machine, some form of technology. I mean, he's probably still had to eat, even if he was immortal. Mm-hmm. He's got to have had a place to live and move around, or else he'd be really stinky. And he's wearing designer sunglasses and a designer leather jacket. He's a hypocrite.
Yeah, exactly.
And he shows why this philosophy just does not work.
I really like Critic's response here. He's just, I can't handle this. You know, he's just so disgusted.
What I love is that it's Justin who comes in, because Justin's always so nice and friendly. It's like, well, you see, a hypocrite is this. He's just so helpful. Even after he got blasted, he's still being nice to Malachite. Mm-hmm. Somebody else talk to him.
I can't handle this. Like, it's just so like...
My turn. Who says something, but then does something different. And it's shot again. No good deed ever goes unpunished. Mm-hmm. And of course, Bargo's big moment here, Mati rescuing the day. And as I was trying to say with the other commentary, is that it's not bad that it's predictable, because it follows a logical story structure. That the underdog comes to save the day, the one that nobody thought was going to save it. Maybe it's predictable. It's again one of those things where it might have worked better if they had viewed it all at once as a movie than in a miniseries, because it was predictable in that regard. But if you were watching it straight through, you're probably not thinking far enough ahead to realize that Mati would come back.
It's funny, if you watch Mati's body language, he's just coming out like this, pimp badass type. He's like, oh yeah, motherfucker. Just the way he
go to hell.
Like if he's got the goofy voice, but if you lose the goofy voice, he could be coming off as this supreme badass in this.
Well, there's only so far you can push someone before they finally just snap, and I think that's what happens here. Mati's finally had enough, and he's gonna prove himself, even if he knows he's gonna die.
I do like that line. What can Ted Turner... I've been fucked by Ted Turner.
You can't hurt me any more than Ted Turner already has, and the Nostalgia Critic and his friends.
Which is hilarious.
Some say he was just some Indian guy who hated Ted Turner.
Oh, God.
Malachite's actually taking him the most seriously, which is surprising.
For the longest time, too, I actually thought Bargo's voice was like the Mati voice. And if you notice in the background, you've got the Jungle Gym equipment there.
That was flooded.
Yeah, it was flooded, but that's where we were kind of storing all the water and everything else that we brought out there. So we had to move it all for these shots here. But Art. Yeah, I think the first time I saw Mati was like, "You're a dirty little kitty." Yes, you are.
Oh yes, you're a dirty little kitty. Super Spoonie.
Yeah, plot convenience theater here. But there you go.
It's hilarious though, because now Spoonie's with the group, and we don't have to like explain that.
I think and Spoonie was right. I'm glad they left Dr. Insano out of this, because I think it would have been kind of, it would steal the show a little bit too much, and it would also make Spoonie just renowned for
just being Dr. Insano. Yeah, I'm also glad they let them out of it. There really isn't any place for him in this. Like I said, it's a logical story structure of Mati being the one who saves them in the day, saves the day. Right. Versus Dr. Insano, who would just be like never mentioned previously before this.
Right. Dr. Insano, in effect, would become a big lift alligator moment. You know, if he was just to show up and do his thing. And besides, I think everybody else in just their cheesy, plastic swords and fake hair really do encompass the scientific, modern science interpretation anyway, so I think it works really well.
Exactly. Plus the machine guns.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, exactly. Eat my heart. And I thought for certain they would use the joke, eat your heart, or eat your heart out, or something like that. You know,
I would have done
eat my heart.
I would have done a callback to the brawl. Suck my big fat effing heart.
Yeah, exactly, or something like that. But it still works.
And hat.
I wonder if they're actually gonna eBay the hat too.
That's a very good question. I'm pretty sure that the costume was something that Doug put together, and it wasn't Orlando's.
Yeah, I think Lindsay was saying she wanted to eBay the dress too, but her dress is, she never cleaned it. Like,
well, here's the thing: we were talking about this, and yeah, they want to eBay it without cleaning it, because people are weird and they'll take it.
Well, yeah, and it's also kind of adds credence to it. And I heard they actually smeared mud all over him.
It looks good. He looks dirty and like beat up.
Yeah. But yeah, that's obvious. It's just people dabbed mud all over his face. Gotta hand it to both of them. I don't like mud on my face like that. It's a big disgrace. Something all over the place. We will rock you. Anyway, but yeah, no. And Doug here just, he gets with Mati here grabbing his face. Yeah, he pulls his lip down, so he got a taste of the dirt that's all over his arm, so.
It just goes to the strength of an actor here.
Uh-huh.
The performance does not stop.
Yeah, like all over his lips there. Oh, ick. There he goes.
Oh.
You know, it's funny too. Doug, everybody was saying he got so sunburned. But if in this shot, the sun is reflecting off his legs so much, they're so white, it looks like he's wearing tights.
Me in the Star Trek 2 uniform.
Yeah, that Quaker Oats canister was sitting in the kitchen the entire time we were filming. It was sitting next to the coffee box, like the box of coffee that everybody was drinking from.
If you look at it, they actually drew glasses and a beard on it.
Yeah, and they were, storing stuff in there too. I think that's where we put all the makeup at the end of the day. It was in that canister.
We are gathered here today to pay homage to our honored dead.
Oh, Doug.
I kept repeating the Star Trek 2 music in my head while it was going on. You would have preferred Pop-Tarts.
And Pop-Tarts, the running gag, too, of the secret of the universe. Or the secret of... Is it Pop-Tarts? It's not Pop-Tarts!
It's not Pop-Tarts! We are together.
Yeah. Play that up a little bit.
What was so great about this was the sun was going down, so it felt like the whole day had passed. And
the aftermath.
It's a great image. It's a pity though that you can't quite tell that that's what's happening with the sun going down. But there's only so much you can do. But the lens flare helps with it, I think.
Oh, Spoonie's that wig was so mangy by the end of it. Yeah, they were chemical fibers or whatever, so it had kind of the curl already in there. But the problem is that if you separate them, it gets really frizzy, and I think that's what was happening when he tried to, tie it behind him.
I have no idea what Sulu is actually saying at the end. It just, "It is." So I just did whatever the hell it sounded like, and we did the present arms. I don't think I'm actually holding the magic gun in that last shot. I think I found some other weapon in Doug's basement that I decided to just like hold because it, like, I don't know why. I think it just like fit better or something like that. So I just did that instead.
The Quaker Oats guy is just so. I always thought he was very unsettling.
He was the only man smiling.
This is actually kind of a really sad part with the bagpipes. It really just... That's why it works so well in the original movie.
Now we have the nostalgia critic's son coming in to tell him that how we deal with death is just as important as how we deal with life.
Mm-hmm.
I know nothing.
Yeah, with all these, upcoming shots. I want to see whatever that is. With Lindsay and Juario.
Oh, that's from her Les Miserables review.
Oh, okay.
The one we were going to sing for, but you were unfortunately exhausted and couldn't sing with me.
Yeah, I was working, and I think all the times that you were planning on it, I was wanting to go to bed.
It's okay. I recorded at like 6 in the morning.
Yeah. Oh.
That's just the knife right
I
there.
know.
And he got the coffee. And the nostalgia critic has. He's beaten death before. I mean, how many times did he get shot in the head?
Mm-hmm. I really can't wait for next year. They're already kind of speculating, and we can't say anything, but...
we don't know if it's the direction they'll go, but we have ideas.
Right, and following the... we've set a trend here, or at least I keep saying we, but, the Channel Awesome...
You're a part of my show, so you're a part of the site.
Well, Channel Awesome has really set a trend now where each year they set the bar higher. And even if you didn't really like the story or whatnot with this one, there's more of a budget behind it. There's more... it's a 2-hour movie. We have a real story into it, and every single time we're raising the bar with it.
Okay, now here's for the real trivia hounds. At the end of my Ultimate Warriors workout video, at the end when the time-displaced Linkara returns, he's singing the Mati song.
Ah.
I was hoping someone would catch that, but so far no one has, so there's your trivia.
Yeah, that shot, especially when he's on the ground getting kicked, he really is just like this bitch that everybody beats on.
We did a couple different lines here because I think with the angry look, one of the other ones was I'll go now. But I preferred my work here is done. I'm just so oblivious. And of course, one other alternate line I say, no one's found a cure for death yet. I did another callback to my show where I say, yeah, but Poyo's working on it. Dad, I don't think they've discovered a cure for that yet. But isn't there any hope? There was never much hope. Only a fool's hope. Unless you were out looking for the Necronomicon or something. There was never much hope. Unless you have a book that'll turn people into deadites and make them bleed cream corn.
Yep.
The Necronomicon is not a good idea.
No. I do like how it ends, though. Oh, I'm going to start another quest. Well, nobody's going to go with you. Who's left?
It bookends it nicely.
It does.
Who are you going to find to come on some random quest for something that may or may not even exist?
And then, yeah.
That look.
And just, the bum sitting out here. And then, oh, I got to win a car. But yeah, that's probably where he would live, is out in the woods.
So, final thoughts on this movie?
The final thoughts are, I really do think this was an improvement over Kickassia. And not that Kickassia was bad or anything, but we definitely incorporated a story into it. It feels more professional this year. And in terms of somebody who is working along, the production end of it, they really have moved above and beyond what they originally started with. And it's interesting to see how the website itself is starting to evolve into a production company in some ways. So,
as a critic, watching this movie, I of course will nitpick the hell out of it. I'll pick out the little things here and there, and I'll just be all snobby and whatnot. But you know what? I love this movie. I love every part of this. I think it's hilarious, and I think it is definitely the best of the three anniversaries that we've done.
Definitely. And
I'm looking forward to trying to top this next year.
Absolutely. And the year after that, or however long it goes. But, musical tracks from Music Loops. I wonder if they'll actually put out a
soundtrack album.
Yeah.
I think the thing with that is that there's like a licensing fees you have to pay to get the music.
I bet.
I mean, you just pay the flat fee, and then you can use it whatever the hell you want it for. But that's nice. I should actually look into that because I really want my own stuff, my own
Yeah, you can include a
rights-free
couple.
Stuff. That way, I can actually release stuff to a DVD.
Exactly, and do some show tunes.
Shut up, mommy's on the rock.
Well, folks, thanks for listening, and thanks for watching such our newest magnum opus from
From Channel Awesome. Thank you all. Couldn't have done it without you.